So here we are on our 10th show. I'm not sure we'd actually make it to the decade. The 10th show is always a reflective period. I mean, our first show, our 10th show.
What difference does it make? That was the Smiths with What Difference Does It Make? So, welcome to In Conversation with Gould and Kirwan, featuring the lovely Michael Mark for
Hello,
our
guys.
10th show, as already mentioned.
Okay, so last week we couldn't discuss it sort of at all impartially because the elections are going on. Last week was crazy around campus. It was elections week. Now the triumphant ascension of the left has happened. We have, got our glorious comrades into office.
Yeah.
And we're going now to sort of go into like a balanced conversation.
I think the rules are on Raw. They said you're allowed to have political debate, but it has to have complete balance.
Okay, so I'm going to take the sort of like communist position.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to take. I'm going to take the hardline Tory.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll be somewhere nicely sandwiched in the middle.
So the liberal. Okay,
Yeah, if you
perfect.
will.
So
Let's go.
Maybe with a religious.
Oh,
overtone.
maybe an undertone of that.
Yeah. So we keep Jesus in this. That's
So what
good.
position do we want to discuss first?
Well, Michael, you choose. Go on.
Okay. Well, firstly, the presidential decision was absolutely fantastic. Like,
I thought it was all right.
I was so upset. I fucking went home and hit my girlfriend.
yeah. Okay. Right. Apologies for swearing on air there.
Wait, did you just swear?
You did.
No,
No.
we didn't.
Did I?
I think you did.
Or I'll apologise
No.
anyway. I'm super sorry.
Move on.
Okay, moving on. Okay, so Luke Pilot, glorious comrade, got the presidency. Initially greeted,
Commie scum.
initially greeted with cheers of anti-capitalista, led by me. It was an absolutely
Oh, you led
fantastic.
them?
Oh, of course.
That's nice.
Pilot, more like Stalin.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not a discussion.
All right, sorry, no.
This is just interruptions.
Rhetoric.
But yeah, so Luke was running against Remington Spa, otherwise known as Remy Osman, who is
A hilarious comedian.
a quote-unquote joke candidate who wanted to make SU great again, make the Warwick SU great again, who wore a Donald Trump hat.
That was your idea.
The only joke
Your
here is
idea.
free education.
Actually, one of my favourite moments of the entire week was, so one of the candidates, Ross Copeland, ran on a depoliticise the SU mandate, okay? His thing was,
Small government. I like it. Really.
his position was, we are going to make the SU depoliticized. We do not want to talk about big issues. We want to get the copper rooms fixed and better services. That was his two things, copper rooms and services. What these services were, I don't know, but they were services that he was going to fix and the copper rooms. Then on a Facebook post on his event, Vote for Ross Copeland or whatever, he said, mark my words. If elected, Warwick for free education are in for a big shock. Okay?
Why
So-
do you sound like Alan Rickman?
I don't know. I can't do any other impression. Okay, that's a rubbish impression as well. So the candidate who wanted to run to depoliticize the SU wanted to use his political position to crush a political opponent. Like, the irony is just not lost on us there.
That doesn't sound
Iron
like he wants to
fist, Iron fist.
depoliticise it.
Sometimes you gotta be strong. Make the Warwick SU great again.
I can see the positives and negatives in both sides of the argument, indeed.
But no, absolutely ridiculous. Like, yeah, the Tories got absolutely rinsed in the incomplete elections. They
We'll be
didn't win-
back. We'll be back with a vengeance.
Yeah, they didn't get a single position. I think the only one that was potentially, I'm not sure
It was
about
the
environment.
environment,
now, I don't know. I don't want to go into
And
far
our
into that.
guy on the environment works for BP. He's just looking out.
Well,
for
I don't know
everyone.
if he does. That's an
Oh, is that-
unconfirmed rumor.
is that slander?
Potentially, but
I like to
let's-
imagine he does.
Okay, which is not really great for an environment position. We've also got Hope for Education. Hope probably has run on the most extreme left position that has been seen at work and successful in work in ages, and. Again, triumphant ascendancy. We smashed the competition, destroyed the Tories.
More like
and-
no hope. Oh.
Why no hope, Horatio? Discuss.
okay.
Oh, why
So
not?
So let's see this hardline Tory position.
Well, I believe that if you want to get education, people,
Okay, so
money,
anyway.
capitalism.
Right, okay, great position. So, very balanced though, which is what I enjoy. So, the main criticism levied at Hope, and again, all the lefty candidates, is that the SU is actually Rose Copeland said that the SU is not the UN. So
It's not. It's not. That's such a good point. Yes.
I'll give him that.
That must have had
Okay.
you guys quaking in your boots.
Found this out.
the SU is not the UN, so therefore we can't discuss any topics that aren't related to Warwick campus. As if these things are like mutually exclusive. As if the SU can say like, hey, look, we want to fix the library, but we also like we're interested in Palestine. We can't mention both of those things. We just have to. I don't know. It's like a one-note thing that the Tories campaigned on that the lefties are being too ludicrous, too idealistic, which is what we're always painted as, because we're compassionate, loving human beings who want to make a better world for everyone else.
Horatio, as a pragmatist,
Yeah.
as a self...
Objectivist.
Exactly. Go. What are your thoughts on this?
On the, what were you saying? I wasn't listening.
'Cause he's taken a very pragmatic stance on the SU election.
So
Yeah.
I said that the
I think there should be an International Men's Day. Hashtag all lives matter. Hashtag humanism, not feminism.
Okay, so this actually raises a very interesting point. International Men's Day is November 19th. But the amount of men yesterday on International Women's Day who are like, but why is there not International Men's Day? Because men don't care, they don't celebrate it. All they want to do is one-up women on International Women's Day.
Yeah, it's a battle of the sexes. You know? They're in the lead at the moment.
It's just like,
we need to
men are
regroup
the
and come
worst.
back.
Like, this culture that is growing up around it is absolutely horrific.
Damn salty white guys. God.
But
What are your views on this then, Andrew?
On the feminist versus
Meminist.
Meminist.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's positives and negatives on both sides of the argument. You know?
okay, the reason why it needs to be called feminism, not humanism, is because humanism came about in a time in which the definition of the human did not extend to all actual living human beings.
Save it, mate. Change the record. Jesus.
See,
God.
Tories like you. Tories like
mate.
you.
Mate, you just evidence, innit? Evidence. Good.
But humanism came about in a time in which slaves weren't treated like humans.
Strong
Irish
economy,
people weren't
economy.
treated like humans in the eyes of the law.
Economy.
People from Africa weren't treated like humans. People who were used in the slave trade, they weren't seen as actual humans.
You're
so, like,
not a patriot to the country.
So that's why humanism is a problematic term, and why feminism is better, because feminism is for the sort of liberation of women under sort
There's
of a
not just
patriarchal
there's just
society.
not enough room in our country for all these people coming in.
I think we can reconcile this by finding somewhere in the middle of your 2 points of view.
What would be the middle? What is this middle?
Jesus.
Well, the middle is a very abstract concept that is hard to define. So, with this point of view,
This is like the
it would be
preface to everything-
somewhere between the 2 points
This is-
of your views.
This is literally the preface of like everything Hillary Clinton says in this election now. Like everything she's been saying is like, well, we need to see it in the context. It's a long,
She's
complicated
better at
conversation.
dabbing than Andrew, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
That is
definitely.
true.
I'd have to
That is
say.
true.
I'd have to say.
God.
Anything else about the elections? Any controversial issues?
Controversial? Well, I thought it was going to be. I thought Hope wasn't going to get it. I thought Pilot wasn't going to get it. But we got, the only unfortunate loss was like Matt and DDO. But like at the same time, the girl who's taking over DDO is
Looney
fine.
left. God.
Oh, don't use that term either.
Oh.
Don't use that term.
So where do you see the SU progressing from this point?
I see the SU being an SU that is able to adapt to the needs of students on campus, campaign for things like 24/7 library, campaign for things like free printer credits, campaign for all these things, and at the same
Too
time,
much campaining though.
no, not
Does
enough.
campaigning
There's never
have a
enough.
limit?
There's never too much. Never too much campaigning. The thing that what it's going to do is we're going to raise better mental health services on campus as well, which is sorely
If
needed.
you're poor, then that's your fault. Why don't you work harder to make more money?
And we're going and the SU is also going to be something that's able to engage in the wider political issues that affect all
Little
students.
correctness gone mad.
I wouldn't go that far, Horatio, but equally I wouldn't go as far as you.
Well, I'm really glad we've had a balanced and equal conversation on this.
Just message in your views, guys.
Yeah, please do actually. Yeah, please, I'd be really interested to see what the rest of the campus believe, because I actually had a very skewed opinion of what the campus was like because I went in Yik Yak, and Yik Yak is a racist, LGBT phobic, like sexist, like hellhole. Especially
Sounds great to
me. And like every single person on it was like saying like Remy's gonna win. Remy has now written an article saying that like this will not make the SU great again, saying like because he got the least amount of votes, he's the most influential candidate.
That's a good point. No, I see where it's
I
coming
don't see
from.
how that logic follows.
When will the joke end? Is Remington Spa a joke?
I think Remington Spa's like Van Gogh. we're being horrible to him now, but in a couple of years' time, we're like, oh, he wasn't too much
I'm
of a
going
bad
to cut
guy.
off his ear. I hope he drinks. Never mind.
Well, just the elephant in the room is the fact that we actually all made Hope's election video. We literally all three of us worked on Hope's election. It was when I was on my deathbed, sick as hell, and you messaged me saying, "Do you want to do a video?" I was like, "No." Just like, I really want you to, and I managed to resurrect
You
myself.
killed it.
Like
Yeah, you're the reason that Hope won. Well,
I
actually,
think
no, her
I would
points are,
say
but
it
you're like
is.
instrumental in that rise.
I'm more mercenary. I don't do it for political views. I just do it for my film career. You know.
You don't do political careers.
Good
Career. Sorry, I had those words there.
Yeah. All right. Well, basically,
We all agree with Michael.
You're listening to Raw, 12:51 AM. This is your student radio station.
Horatio, what have you got? What have you got there?
oh, it's just my phone, Andrew.
Who? What kind of phone is that?
That's a Apple iPhone.
Oh, an Apple iPhone. What's the name of that? Recently deceased CEO.
Steve Jobs.
Right, Jobs.
Speaking of Jobs, Michael, don't you have an anecdote for us?
Hashtag
radio.
This is your Raw.
Yes. So, we shouldn't have laughed. It was such a good segue.
Thank you.
When I was 16, my uncle, rest in peace, he hired me, I think, out of pity.
Is this a Nuri?
This is in Newry. This is down Newry.
All right. Okay.
And
It's halfway between Dublin and Belfast. All right, I'm just helping people out.
okay, brilliant. Yeah. So I live in Newry back home, halfway between Dublin and Belfast. And my uncle owned this company called, what was it called? Terra Solutions.
Right.
So he hired me to just be like a sort of labourer, like a cleaner or whatever. And when I went, I had to wear like a big boiler suit. I was quite overweight at the time, so I looked quite
Fat
old in the
Michael,
boiler suit. Yeah, I was like, it was okay.
At the time.
Banter. So it was like a good vibe. And I went to my job description was like nothing. It was just like sweep the floors. So after the first day, I realised I'm going to be doing nothing 9 to 5 every day for the next 3 months. And I had a little tiny radio with me, and I had a packed lunch. So I had to invent like rituals to get me through the day. So like I would get in and I would listen.
Mental health, just to
pretty
kind of
much.
keep you,
Like I had to I went in in the morning. And I would listen to Chris Moyle's radio show, which was bad enough because
Terrible.
and it was awful because I couldn't help myself finding bits of what he said funny, and I hate him. I really do hate him, but sometimes
So it just adds to your self-loathing.
yeah, it was and then around like 11, because like I got a lunch break at 1. My whole day was a lunch break, but I got a lunch break at 1, so I would open my packet of crisps and I would eat one crisp. And I would eat one crisp every half an hour. Every half an hour? If I had 2 packets of crisps, it was 15 minutes. If it was 1 packet of crisps, it was half an hour.
Can I
Dream.
ask what crisps they were?
Tato, cheese and onion. Tato's an Irish brand.
So
Tato, cheese and onion.
can you still remember how many crisps there were in that packet?
I think in that one packet, or in the average packet.
Does it vary a lot? Is
What
there
is
a lot
it
of
vary?
variance? Because you've got an interesting insight into the crisp world.
Andrew, how do you know if one hasn't broken up?
That's
In
true.
the packet. It's
Yeah, exactly. So
Define
they were
a crisp.
crumbs. I mean, define a crisp.
And that
Be careful, we're going to segue
Well,
really
sandwich.
hard,
And-
and we might not make it to the news. Carry on with the anecdote.
And that would become difficult at times when it was broken in half, and I could see the 2 pieces, and I was like, do I eat both of them? Do I eat one?
God,
I
life
had-
in Ireland sounds really tough.
So that was like what I had to do.
Yeah.
Then about a month in of doing nothing, of just sweeping the floor.
Counting crisps.
And counting crisps, and every so often having a sandwich, and having a Rocky bar as well.
Okay. Uh-oh. Treat yourself.
Yeah, definitely. In my
Is this
boiler
why you're
suit.
overweight?
So, my uncle says like, okay, today you're gonna go in and make this thing for me called clear bore.
Right.
So it's just like he had half a ton of this chemical in a powder form, half a ton of this chemical. I had to like pour them into this big mixing machine, mix them all around, and then like sort them in. So that would create a ton of this stuff, and then I had to like sort it into these individual 1 kilogram bags, 5 bags to a box, and then stack the boxes.
What, 5 bags to the box?
Yeah, 5 bags to a box. So like,
well,
yeah.
5 bags.
So 4 stacked horizontally, and then 1
Wait,
vertically down
That'd
the
be
side.
20 bags.
No, 4 stacked horizontally, and then 1 down the side in each box. Why would that be? Why would that be close to 20 bags?
4 boxes.
Of 4 would be 16.
I crunched the numbers and came out.
Repeating, of course. So at this stage, I had to do the first batch on my own.
Yeah.
I go in, do it all, start making it. I'm covered in this dust or whatever it is. Clear bore. Go to the shower. Now my uncle's company makes drills tunnels underwater to make like pipes underwater, like riveting stuff. Yeah, they call it. And I started to wash the stuff off, but I realized that this stuff is used to coat the inside of these tunnels. So rather than like washing off my body, it turned to slime.
Oh my God.
Like turned to like viscous, sticky slime. In the shower, I had to spend 4 hours picking because I'm very
like a monster
hairy.
from Goosebumps.
And I'm very.
Can you describe the slime in a few words? I just want to try and conceptualize it.
Okay,
Essentially.
like
How thick?
Erotically.
okay, sort of like when you got a really bad cold, the snot
yes.
from that there.
Oh,
So it's going
nice.
down the sink, as in the drain, but you know it's not coming off the body. Nicely.
No. That stuff is clinging on for dear life.
Michael, just imagine it, he's really fat and really hairy.
Incredibly hairy.
He's
And
just
just
this
like-
kind of
just like
this kind of
picking
Jabba
it-
the Hutt kind of figure with
and just like- and
tufts
just like-
of, with
and
tufts
just
of
like-
hair just sticking,
and just like-
and now he's covered in slime.
and just like-
There's still a bit of the slime left. Just on the bits there.
There's still a bit of slime left on him now.
I'm just like picking it off my hair, like, you know, like I'm incredibly hairy. What's so funny?
just realised you made exactly the same joke as I just made.
Oh god.
Anyway, sorry. Dylan.
Anyway,
Classic
hashtag
radio.
All right.
I also worked along with a guy called Torok, which is a dinosaur hunting video game.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay.
Well, I'm sure our fans know.
And this guy,
Don't patronise.
and this guy was lovely, but didn't speak a word of English, and would like sleep on the floor during lunch breaks. So just me and Torok for 3 months, and that was my first job. And I think I was paid like under minimum wage as well.
Oh, just there's something illegal going on.
Yeah, I
there.
think. Well, yeah, I was just like off the books, like working in this, like, you
Cash
know,
in hand,
Yeah.
coupons. Something I want to bring up
HMV vouchers.
is I'm finding these like little leaflets on the desk for a night in Zephyr Lounge tonight called How Many Mics. Are they expecting us to advertise this?
No.
I don't know.
Why would they
because
be expecting that?
I
I think
they-
that might be a goal that they hope to achieve,
Yeah,
which they are succeeding in.
Yeah,
Because you
they're
just mentioned
succeeding in it
exactly
as
what's
well.
happening.
But I'm wondering, are we becoming a commercial brand? I thought we were clean of it.
Oh yeah, because I've had a few messages in from the old system, which you can do by the way. Feel free to message in. Trying to advertise a band for us to play.
Really?
Oh.
So what night's that? Because I know there's a night on next Friday called Switch that I'm
Amazing
that I'm
segue.
selling tickets for.
Okay.
£6 early birds today and tomorrow if you want them. So hit me up, PM me on Facebook. Thank you very
sold
much.
his soul to the devil.
Of course,
Oh,
to
wow.
groove.
Well, what about your first job, Horatio? Then
My first job, well, I remember I was working at that toasty van in
The silver
in-
spoon.
I don't
he
get
doesn't
it.
get it. Just move on.
Never
forget it.
mind.
So
Wait,
you're
is it
working in a
class
toasty
joke?
van.
Oh, no, I get it.
No, yeah, that's good.
Good. I'm
Wait,
glad.
Was this the same-
toasties are?
No,
It
forget
doesn't
it.
matter. It doesn't
Forget
matter.
it.
I
You're
can't
killing
forget it.
now.
I can't
It's
forget
over.
it.
Killing
Was
it
this the
now.
same toasty job that I was going to
Yeah,
do?
no,
but
we were
going
going
to
to do a toasty together
because I
at
got
Festival.
tonsillitis.
Yeah.
Not Bestival. Boardmasters.
Boardmasters, yeah, in
Boardmasters.
Cornwall.
How was it, Horatio?
Oh,
fun?
it was brilliant.
Anything interesting to tell us about
Tell
on the
us a
radio?
story.
Yeah, well,
Humour
I'll
us.
tell you a little funny thing. I was listening on the speakers when I was working on the toasty vans, just outside the festival. Bastille was playing. I was like, oh, this is all right. Then we also had a van inside the festival, and I looked up, and I heard Bastille, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. They were playing live.
Madness.
Madness.
Wait, what?
Wait, did you not
So
understand?
you heard it on the radio and then...
They came
because
and played
it's being
live.
transmitted live from the radio.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, I saw them live. They were there.
Is this two different events?
Were you in the toasty house?
This story
No,
has
there's
been...
different toasty vans.
The sort of narrative logic of the story has fallen completely apart.
I
Yeah, it
said I
has.
didn't want to tell the story, but Andrew said it'd be interesting. I said there's nothing interesting.
I didn't know
here.
that story. Wait, so were you at the toasty van listening to
Yes,
Bastille, or were you at
yes.
Bastille?
I've just had a text in from Max Kennedy saying Bastille are not effing all right, and make that known, and I will agree with him there.
Yeah.
Bastille are
Yeah, that's
absolutely
fine.
awful with awful music.
Coldplay much better.
Balanced people. We've got to be balanced.
Oh no, Bastille's first album.
Terrible.
There are good
Absolute
points and
pile
bad
of
points with Bastille.
Festering rubbish.
Yeah, well, so I think it's nearly about time for the news, so we'll go into a song. It's happened again.
Fiona's left us for dead, but we've got her notes. And we're going to show her we don't need her. If you're listening, Fiona, we're going to show you how it's done. Radio voices, boys. Let's keep it professional.
Okay.
Live from your student radio station.
This is Raw News Update.
Record producer Sir George Martin, known as the fifth Beatle, has died, aged 90. His... Shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, you saw again?
Very sorry, but I did not actually realise that had happened.
What? Who's George Martin?
As in, like, the Beatles producer.
George Martin's the name of my cousin. When I heard that at first, I was like, whoa, maybe my cousin's made the news.
Oh, God. Okay, no, that has been a terrible start.
Don't worry, we'll save it. Radio voices.
God.
Live from your student radio station.
Come on, guys.
Raw news update.
His family thanked everyone for their thoughts, prayers, and messages of support. After his death at home on Tuesday, his manager said, Beatles drummer Ringo Starr broke the news on Twitter. Wait, his manager said what? These notes don't make sense. On Twitter and led tribute, saying Sir George will be sorely missed.
The third strike by junior doctors in their contract row with the government in England is underway. The walkout started at 8 o'clock this morning and will last 48 hours. The longest one so far. Medics are once again providing emergency cover in hospitals, but more than 5,000 treatments have had to be postponed. Boom!
Buckingham Palace has insisted the Queen is politically neutral over the EU referendum, following a newspaper claim that she backs Brexit. Quoting anonymous sources, The Sun reported that the Queen told Mr. Clegg the EU was heading in the wrong direction. Buckingham Palace said it would not comment on spurious claims, and Mr. Clegg called the story nonsense.
And in sport, Maria Sharapova's failed drug test was reckless beyond description.
Yeah, it was.
And that's according to former World Anti-Doping Agency President Mr. Pound. Sharapova revealed on Monday that she tested positive for the banned substance meldonium in January. A number of sponsors... What?
Never mind.
A number of sponsors have already distanced themselves from the Russian, including Nike, Tag Heuer, and German car maker Porsche.
They're rushing to get away from her.
Weather.
It'll be wet and windy day, which will slowly become lighter and patchier during the afternoon, but will stay rather cloudy and feel cold.
And that's your news.
Why did
Read
you read
it and weep.
Well, that was the news, and we just had Churches with Clearest Blue. So, Michael, you had a comment on Horatio's voice.
I was just like, so Horatio was like, we're going to do radio voices for this. Also, we all want to say, like, we need Fiona back.
Oh, yeah, no, please come back. It was much harder than we thought.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
Awful.
If you guys didn't get your news, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I just wondered why Horatio, when he asked for us to do a radio voice, they ended up sounding like Pennywise the Clown, or like, you know, Goofy on crack. Like, you know, it wasn't like, it was like radio show. Like,
That's good.
That was really good. He was only leaving that in so he could do that. Oh, look at him.
Well, we'll move on with the show. And
what are the notes for the rest of the show?
Well, I was going to read out the notes for the rest of the show, which will give you a good idea of how we actually plan. All it says is card debacle, rap battles, bed before 12, veganism, Tesco oil bin, danger plank. I don't know why none of my friends like rap battles. Do you have to do anything with bass?
So the card debacle, that's yours.
If anyone can help understand what that means, we'd really like to know, because I don't know.
Because we're panicking.
Yeah.
The hieroglyphics.
Right, well, card debacles.
What was that? Can you explain that? Can you please explain that?
No, go on.
It's like trying to read hieroglyphics.
Oh, it's poor.
Oh, it's not
and
good.
It's weak.
It's not good.
Right.
I want to see how funny Fiona is, because maybe we can have another spot on the show.
Comedy.
Oh, perfect. Right, so we'll look, reading off the notes, we've got the card debacle first. This is more a quick chance for me to rant of the failings of my life.
Just dreadful. Go on.
So last half, I'm gonna rattle through this. Last half of the term, I lost my card in the terrace bar. I then did the usual thing of cancelling it and order another one to come to the University of Warwick.
Really sensible.
Really sensible. Then I thought this would happen, and then within the next 2 days, it turned up at the SU, all fine. So I didn't need to cancel anyway, which is an interesting context of the story. So I had ordered to Warwick to come to Roots.
So you have your card, but it's cancelled.
Yep. So I can't use it.
Nightmare.
Ordered to Warwick to come to Roots. I'll be checking the post box every day, and it doesn't come for a week. And they say if it doesn't come for a week, ring them. It usually comes within like 2 days. Yeah, so I ran them after a week. Double checked the address, made sure everything was on there. Put my student ID card on to make sure everything's fine.
So there's no chance there's something going
wrong.
No chance. No chance.
A week and a half later, it's still not here. So I'll ring them again. This is nonsense. What's happening? It's been nearly 3 weeks, and I haven't had a card.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, Horatio.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Do you hear that, Michael? 3 weeks.
3 weeks. I still owe you money from this time.
Oh, we'll go into that, Andrew.
I then ring up again saying, something's going wrong, guys. Something's not right here. And it wasn't.
Stick it to the man, Andrew. Stick it to the man.
So they said, fine, it's clearly not working. You're going to have to go into your local area.
Well, it's not like a relationship. Why don't they just do what they do with everything? Just send the card.
Well, because it's not getting here, is it?
Who's intercepting your card?
I don't know.
Okay.
You.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out of the studio.
That's terrible. Can you have a 2-minute timeout?
Okay, I'll turn this mic off for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So, we go there. So they say you're going to have to go into Leamington and pick it up from your local Barclays branch. Fine. You know, they should have told me that at the start when the card ended. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
So we're going to the Barclays branch, and I'm meted with a. I met.
Andrew, Michael, they can't hear
no
you.
one can hear you. I'm met by a particularly abrasive manager.
Oh, really? I didn't hear this part of the story.
I was like, hi, I was told that if I came here I could get a new card, or my card was sent, or something like that, and I came to pick it up. And he went, fine, back on. And he said, he said, no, we don't get cards sent here. I went, what? I was told on the phone that I could get a new card. He went, no. I don't know who told you that, but no, that's wrong.
This is a riveting conversation. I like this.
Is this a joke? Is this a joke? What do you mean I can't get it? We're told I can get it. Can't get it here? No, you can't get it here. I was like, what? What do you mean I can't get it here? I've had a month without a card now. I need my card.
And you still couldn't get it?
And it turned out that you can get cards there, but their machine was broken.
Oh, classic.
I was like, just tell me the machine's broken for the outset. Don't be difficult.
Just don't hurt his feelings.
So that happened. I then had to get it sent back to Brighton. Got it in Brighton. Come back here next half of term. It's a dark day in my life. All I want is a kebab. I go out.
Wait. Can we talk about the fact that I've been funding Andrew like some sugar daddy for all our debauchery when we go away?
Yeah.
It was like, you should still owe me like 150 quid?
130.
Yeah. I mean, then you try to sell it on PayPal and you sent like a monthly payment.
And then I lost 200 quid from my account.
It's been a nightmare.
So come back from uni. All I want is a kebab one night. Go out. The kebab shop's shut. Disgustingly awful. Come back. Wait for a bit for it to be open. Go back out. Go to the cash machine. Put my card in. Pin in. £10, please. Does it all. Processes everything. And then you get the do to take your card out.
Yeah.
Card's not there.
Good beat.
Where's the card? It's not there.
Where's the card?
I don't know.
Andrew, where's the card?
It goes do again. Please take your card. I was like, I would take my card.
Why don't you take your card?
there.
Andrew, take your
I'm
card.
trying to take my card, Rachel, but there's
Where's
no
the card? Where's the card?
Where is
it's not saying again.
card?
So I press another button that says like ring for help,
and the card comes out.
All they're saying is do.
Where's the card, Andrew?
The card is being withheld.
Why is it being withheld?
The cash machine.
Why?
I don't know. I then go back to Roots, come back out 5 minutes later, and the time I've gone back, they've boarded it up, saying that the machine is swallowing cards.
I think the moral of the story is you should keep your cards close to your chest.
It's not time for jokes, Michael! It's not time for jokes!
None of that story was true. It was just all for that build-up for that joke.
No, it was true.
Right, according to the notes, we're meant to talk about rap battles.
Well, this is your quote.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
no, I just heard this. This is a hilarious thing Michael said to me. But he didn't say it's a joke. Remember, this is not ironic. This is.
Can I just interrupt? My friend Josh says he wants to shout out, but he's boring, so he doesn't really want us to shout out anything but his name. So shout out Josh.
What did you just say?
He just went
nary.
Anything but his name. Continue.
All right, taking me off my flow.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, so Michael said this, completely unironic, and this vulnerable moment, we're walking along, we were in silence about 10 seconds, and we'd be talking about something completely different, and then he just has a little sigh, he goes, I just don't know why none of my friends don't like rap battles. And he just said it so much pain in this poor
I
kid's
have
voice.
tried to get so many of my friends to enjoy this hobby with me, which is like when two people go up onto a stage and then like exchange rhyming insults. And I find it great. I've been watching it since I was 13. I'm like a guru of knowledge about it, but every time I show people, they're like, oh yeah, it's funny, and then it just doesn't stick.
Early in our friendship, I didn't know him that well. He just says, "Oh, we'll just watch this rap battle. Only watch 2 minutes of it." He puts it on. We watch 20 minutes of it, and I'm not close enough friends to say turn it off.
Early in my
he tricks me as well. He tricks me. So he said, "No, let's watch this." Oh, before we do that, so I already sat down. Let's watch this, and he just forces you. I'm like, Michael, yeah, it is cool, but I don't care. I just don't care.
Earlier in our relationship as well, we were at a club, and he just went to me, "Do you want to hear one of my rap battle verses?" I think this is potentially the first time we went out together. Almost certainly the first time. And of course you say yes to this strange, hairy Northern Irish man.
Overweight.
And so I sat there and listened to one of his rap battles. Yeah.
It's fun.
So if there's anyone out there that has an interest in rap battles and an interesting and overweight hairy Irishman, please get in contact with Michael. What are you two doing?
What are you saying to me?
You just complete now because I don't know. I've got to compete.
Andrew, that was meant to be. I was suggesting something to him. Don't raise it. We're not meant to.
What are you
I was
suggesting?
saying, do you want to read your thing?
No,
Read your
I
rap
don't.
battle.
Yeah, but
read it. Read it.
I'm
Read
saving
it.
it.
Read
I'm
it.
saving
Read it.
for shoot from the
No
lip.
one
Come
listens
along.
to this show.
Do-
no
do-
one
Michael,
listens.
do
My
another
mum
one.
doesn't even listen to this show. Read it.
Read it. Or do another one. Go on, Michael.
All of my stuff
I'll lay
is
you
like
down a
swearing
beat.
and like
I'll lay
bad
you down a
stuff in
beat.
it. No, it's,
Raw 12:51 a.m.
Go.
12:51 a.m.
oh my god.
This better be good. Oh, nice smooth jazz. Come on, Michael.
I'll do a bit of one that I do.
Right, I might just go and operate.
Chained to the mountainside. The pains all around me, I give fire to the people, that's illegal. Now I spend my time waiting, anticipating the day that I can initiate an escape. But till then I gotta just face it. Here's another bird descending to kill me quicker or maybe slower, cause he eats my liver, but it goes back in this daily torture. I make the most of staring at the sky, waiting to see the vultures fly. No change, no pause, no hope, but I endure. Deranged I thought, but nope, I think I found the cure. Some Byron, a little Shelley, providing literary writing for this titan in order to feel more secure. But it's a fleeting feeling, little more. And to be honest, I can't stand this. Some days it's not bad, but some days the vastness, the absence of blackness, just me and the Kazbek, the abstract lack of time certainly leads to madness. Cause I've seen caliphs and caskets,
Yeah, I'm ready for this one.
mammoths and gadgets. I've seen Hamlet and been past it, and humans, I gave them matches and they snatched it. And I'm just sitting as human history advances. Like the splitting of the atom, the killing of Bin Laden, the barons versus the classes and the famines and the whatever. One must imagine a happy Sisyphus. Is Camus dissing us? This guy never had to deal with this. It's just ridiculous. Eternally. That'll do.
Oh, that was amazing. Let's get a clap.
No.
If you weren't so overweight and hairy, I'd be attracted to you. That was amazing. That was
I think that's
Catherine.
potentially.
I was ready to embarrass Michael, but he killed it.
That was the best impromptu thing we've ever done on this show. Oh, well.
So
Wow.
everyone should check out Don't Flaunt Rap Battles.
There you go. Right, let's take a break.
Wow.
That was Mark Ronson featuring Kevin Parker with Daffodils. We've had a few messages on the website from reacting to Michael's fantastic performance.
Oh, it was amazing.
Katie, I believe that's Kate.
Is that spelled with an 8?
No, it's Kate K80.
Ooh.
So after some deduction, we think it's Katie.
After some number crunching, we've got
She says,
Repeating, of course.
She says, stop that.
See, an obscure reference. People won't. That is a reference from a video that you're not sure. How can you do this on the radio? What? That was a joke between us.
Leave.
Sorry. Okay.
Leave.
Sorry.
Katie says,
the
Michael. Katie says, Michael, you massive poet. Can you stop poking fun at his weight?
Yeah, Katie, leave Fat Michael alone.
It's gone too far. We've
Okay.
also got another message, and it simply reads, "Hi, was wondering if I could get a spot on the radio from DJ Vish."
Do you want to get him on?
Yeah, well,
Do you
if you
want
want
to
to
see what DJ Vish is like?
if you can
Certainly.
get down within the next 4 minutes, come in. Don't worry about if it says Mike Live. Just come in.
Just tell them when
as long
you're with
as
us.
as long
And
as
you
it's
can do a
Vish.
sick remix.
Yeah.
Okay.
DJ Vish.
Shall I tell us a quick story while DJ
Yeah,
Vish gets
do
here?
it.
DJ
Yeah,
Vish,
sure.
make it now.
Okay.
With
Come on,
top,
DJ Vish.
Okay.
top floor of the SU. Just come straight in.
Okay, come on. So, fun story. One of the, I can't remember which one it was. One of my friends was in a society on campus, and they were doing initiations. And this is for me, one of the funniest stories I've heard. So, like, the initiations were like, you had to punish yourself, and the more you punish yourself, the less they would punish you.
Okay.
So, and my friend went as a human pinata, so he stuck sweets to himself, and then people hit him with sticks and whatever, and sweets fell out, and he was fine. The fella who won supposedly went and did breakdancing. No, not breakdancing. He played Twister by putting mouse traps on all the different squares of the Twister board.
Wow.
So that's quite inventive. I really rate that.
Yeah.
But supposedly 2 fellas at the end came and they had nothing planned, so they were like the 2 lost, and then they had to face the danger plank.
Danger
So,
plank.
danger plank. So the
Danger
fellas
plank.
were all chanting danger plank, danger plank, danger plank, and they brought out this danger plank, which was a plank of wood with like.
But the danger plank.
Yeah,
Well,
the
danger
danger
plank.
plank, of course. Plank of wood, rickety nails sort of sticking
So
out of
dangerous.
it. Like red.
And a plank.
Yeah,
What? Okay,
quite
yeah,
dangerous.
danger
yeah.
plank. All right.
And they were like, chanting it. So the boys were given 60 seconds and a pair of scissors, and they were told, whoever cuts off the most hair wins. So these fellas are like sort of blue at this stage with fear. All the colours drained from their body.
Blue,
like, okay, well, white, pale, whatever. Okay, so they're chopping off their hair. Obviously, this is a horrible initiation. It's just okay, but anyway, chopping off their hair. One fella eventually loses, and the rest of the boys are going.
How much hair have they got?
Plank.
How much hair have they got off?
Both fellas had quite long hair, and I think they just cut it off in chunks. So I don't know really how they measured it, but
So it's all looking really
looking awful.
Terrible. Okay.
Both boys had to get a buzz the next day. So I'm told. So one fella obviously loses. He's sitting there shaking with fear. Hold the danger plank. Raise the danger plank above your head.
Oh, I'm getting scared now.
Down this bottle of WKD. That was it. So nothing painful. Obviously something painful happened, but he had chopped off all his hair. But the fella who came second chopped off more hair. So it was just lose all around.
Well, that's cruel and inventive.
No, yeah, awful. Initiations are bogus.
Yin
Bogus.
yang.
Well, I don't think DJ Vish is going to come. Am I doing a radio show by myself? Why have you two just gone on your laptops?
What? Sorry.
I was
Literally
looking for bits because we
because DJ.
What was our bit?
We had a bit, but we don't know if we have enough time. This is a horrible
What's
place
the
to
bit?
be.
What's the bit?
Veganism.
No, what's the other bit?
Bed before 12.
Horatio
No,
goes.
that wasn't it.
Horatio infrequently goes
Tesco
to bed
oil
before
bin.
12.
Tesco oil bin.
Tesco oil bin.
No, that was more just a point. And that
That's
was
more like a
horrible.
political point.
Well,
yeah.
we don't have time, Michael.
Exactly.
We
Make
said something
something
else.
up.
Well, we
let's-
said something else, didn't we?
We had an idea.
We had an idea. Of
We had a
something.
game of... we have
Do recommendation of the week. There we go.
Recommendation of the week. All right, this is a new... Oh, yeah. I mentioned this in the break. I want to bring this as a new feature. It's not that funny, but... and don't you dare call me a legend after I say this, but I watch a lot of film and TV. No! All right? Okay, and I think something that we have...
Get in the robot, Did you just reference Neo Genesis?
Michael needs to stop.
All right, I'll tell you what happened there. I think I brought this up already, but I'm going to go into it in more detail. Michael's referencing is the most annoying thing in the world. Explain what that reference was from.
It's from an anime called Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Any of you heard of that? No, me neither. It was in like a 1995 anime.
You have heard of it though.
Yeah, I have heard of it because you've explained it to me.
Get
But
onto your segment.
Okay, no, I think this is the problem with Michael. I'm going to drop the segment. I'm going on with this.
segment's-
All right. Michael not only references things that we have no idea about, he started doing double references. So without a breath, he'll put two into one sentence. So he'll do like an office quote, like, she's dead, she's not dead, and I'll get it. But then he'll go into, get in the robot, Shinji, without a breath. So I'm nodding along like I know the quote, and then I start thinking, did he really say that in the office? No, it was from anime. You're the worst.
I'm just
You're
trying to
the worst.
widen your cultural horizons.
Yeah, but how do I know what it's about? You panic me so much and you expect me
You
to
don't
laugh.
widen our cultural horizons. You just make us feel uncomfortable
I'm
because we don't
paranoid.
know that.
This is why I
And
can't get to sleep
we
before
shouldn't
12.
know it. Only you know it in the world.
Okay.
Well, are we right? I don't think DJ Vish is coming.
Oh,
So we're
Maybe
gonna
next week.
We're gonna
Maybe
have
next
to
week.
end the show Vishless. So Vish, if you're out, come next week. Wait, hold on. I've got a message about Danger from Danger Plank.
I bet that's not his real name.
It's not loading. Anyway, so DJ Vish, if you're listening, please come on to our show. We'll be in the same time, same place for the last show of the term, actually.
Oh, that's sad.
And quick one. We've got a potential idea where we're. So Facebook message us in if you like this idea. We might do a show, a complete hour with no music, completely unplanned, and see what happens.
It's like an experimental performance art thing.
See what happens. It'll be.
We might not take it on our actual slot. We might do it later.
And
night,
naked.
Yeah. So we're playing with that idea.
Also, basically, we're going to make a Facebook page after this, and I'm going to invite all of you. So don't get annoyed. Like the page. Help us out. Michael will be running some memes on there. It'll be great. Of course.
That's all I can do.
So we.
Oh yeah, like and watch the YouTube, please. We've got 13
Yes.
subscribers. That's an unlucky number. Can
We need
someone
more.
please subscribe it, please, just to get it off that?
Well, as I'm sure our regular listeners know, we usually end the show with a kind of song-related pun.
And I want us to.
No, because I've got something
We
I
do
want
it
to play.
every time.
No,
We
but
do
I've
it-
got
no,
something
we
I
do
want
it
to play that
every
I don't
time.
know.
No, we start the show
but
and
we
end the
haven't-
show with a pun.
Yeah, but we haven't thought of a pun. We
Yeah,
haven't
but
thought of
like
one. I guess it does kind of act as default sometimes.